So true or false? In April, 44% of homes sold over asking price. Also, how did the market compare versus last year? And finally, the news and the media sounds about right, and they're actually talking about what is happening at ground level. Now, if you've owned a home since 2020, you're going to want to watch this whole video because we're going to talk to you about why the market's been great and how much you've appreciated. What's up, everybody? My name is Rene and I run a real estate team in the Oakville, Burlington, and Hamilton region. Before getting into these awesome stats, if you like this video, please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Also, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe. And lastly, if there's something in the video that we did not cover, by all means, click the link in the description, and we'd be more than happy to book it one-to-one and talk about anything and everything real estate. So if you answered true, absolutely. The market has changed and it's changing more. And guess what? In Oakville, we looked at the numbers here, and out of the 209 sales that we noticed, 48% have sold over asking. In Burlington, of the 277 sales, 48% also sold over asking. And in Hamilton, of the 386, we noticed 44% sold over asking. So this is definitely something that we've been talking about and monitoring. The market has changed, and I'm not saying it's still a full out seller's market, but we're definitely seeing some lower inventories. Now, how did the prices compare versus 2022? If we take a look at this, this is very interesting. Last year, this time around, I love how I was talking about how the market was up, and yeah, we didn't know how long it was going to keep going for, but if I just rewind to last year, in Oakville, the market was up 6 to 16% versus the previous year. If we look at it this year, it's only down 1 to 5%, which is actually pretty good. And the condo market's actually up 1%. Now, in Burlington, last year, this time, we were actually saying the market was up 17 to 19% versus the previous year. If we look at what's happening now, it's actually down 6 to 12%. Which is not as bad as what people anticipated. A lot of people thought this was going to be far worse than where we are. If we look at Hamilton, Hamilton was up 23 to 26%. And now if we look at it this year versus last year, it's down 12 to 13. So Hamilton definitely adjusted the most of the other cities, but that's because they also went up so much. Now, if you've owned a home since 2020, this is awesome. I love to look at things in perspective, and I love to share why over the last 3 years, you should be happy, because in Oakville, we've noticed that anywhere from 8 to 12% is the appreciation if you average it out. In Burlington, it's anywhere from 10 to 15%. And in Hamilton, it's 10 to 18%. So again, if you've owned a home for at least 3 years and you average it out, you're doing really good. Now, how did the inventory do versus last year? We've seen that it's still up anywhere from 29 to 175%. So the inventory is much better, but it is actually dropping month to month, and that's why we're seeing some bidding wars. Now, the sales were also down 19%, but actually that's not bad, because a few months ago we were down like 40%. In some cases, we're even up 8%. Now, if we look at the sales price versus last year, detached is down anywhere from 4 to 12%, which is not bad at all. Townhouses is down 1% to 12%, and then condos is down around 13%. But guess what? Somewhere it's actually up 1%, which is great news. Anytime we can say that the market is up versus last year is huge. Now, in terms of the negotiating power, we're noticing 1 to 3%, but keep in mind, that's not everywhere. In some cases, it's the exact opposite, and we're seeing bidding wars, and people are holding offers, and they're actually getting 5, 10, 15 offers. So it's a very micro pocket driven situation. All right, so let's take a look at how Oakville, Burlington, and Hamilton actually did. And let's talk about Oakville first. So Oakville was down 5% year over year for detached, 1% for townhouse, and actually 1% up for condo, which is great news. Burlington was down 12% for detached, 6% for townhouse, and 8% for condo. And the Hamilton region was down 12% for detached, 12% for townhouse, and 13% for condo. Now, Hamilton seems to have gone down a bit more than the other two regions because it actually appreciated at a faster rate over the last few years. Now, if we take a look at the previous month, this is what I love to talk about, because since January and February, we've noticed there has been some positive signs for average prices. If we look at Oakville actually was up 7% for the condo market, which is great. Burlington was solid. We had 2% for detached in terms of an increase, 6% for townhouse, and 10% for condo. So Burlington seems to be stepping up for sure. And Hamilton did really well, 8% for detached, which is huge, and 3% for condo. These are awesome stats, and this is why we love talking about what's happening month to month, because we can gauge where the market's going. Now, another thing that I always love to do when people ask me is just talk about how the values are in terms of the last few years. We like to look at it not just on the month to month or year to year, but we also like to talk about over the last 3 years. So Oakville, over the last 3 years, if you averaged the detached market, it's up 10%, the townhouse market's up about 12%, and the condo market is up 8%. Now for Burlington, the detached house market is up 45% over 3 years, which makes it 15%. The townhouse market is up 13% per year, and the condo market is up 10% per year. Now, Hamilton, this is awesome. Over the last 3 years, 18% for detached, 16% for townhouse, and 10% for condo. These numbers are absolutely just massive. And this is why we love to shed some positive news whenever anybody's asking us about how the real estate market is. It's never a simple answer like good or bad. You got to jump into the numbers, you got to talk stats, and you got to prove people wrong sometimes when people are being a little bit negative, or vice versa. Sometimes people are beyond too confident, but the numbers don't lie. So here's my final thoughts. If you're a buyer, the market has swung and it's changing on a weekly, monthly basis. You need to be very proactive on top of things. If you're working with your realtor, they need to show you the stats before things get out of control even more, because bidding wars are a fact. It's not everywhere, but we're seeing them. If you're a seller, well, spring is here. More listings are coming on the market, which means more competition, but that's okay. The inventory is still low, that we need to see a balanced market. Now, the big thing here is just price fair, have a solid marketing plan with your real estate agent. And if you have to get it staged, yeah, it's totally worth it in this market. There's nothing better than showing a home with its full potential. Sometimes buyers can't see it, and that's where some solid staging and design work helps. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer, you got to do some research. You got to find out who is a fit for you in terms of a real estate agent. Google them, see how many reviews they've got. Do they do YouTube videos? Do they post what's going on in the market on social media? It's all about research. And I feel that a lot of first-time home buyers, they need the absolute best advice. And you got to have some fun when you're working with your real estate agent. So see if they're on social media, see what they're all about. If you're an investor, rentals are still in demand and we need more. So let's go buy some. It doesn't matter if it's in the Oakville, Burlington, Hamilton region. I just feel that if you want to be an investor, you can buy in any region and you can make some solid ROI because the demand for rentals is solid. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content and would like to see more of it, also subscribe to our channel. And if there's something that we missed in this video, please put it in the comments or click the link in the description, and we'd be more than happy to book a one-to-one and talk about everything and anything real estate. Thanks for watching. This is the new shape of real estate.